what I'd like to ask you first, as we discussed on WhatsApp also, um, and I wrote as well, uh, this for it is electric cars remain the holy grail of electric vehicles. I mean, I do not, I completely agree that India will have a lot of electric two-wheelers. I think Ola is doing a fabulous job. Ather is already making them. And electric commercial vehicles, definitely, short range local commercial vehicles, light commercial vehicles will be electric. But cars are the holy grail, and that remains a challenge. Um, and frankly, luxury cars, electric cars will just be a drop in the ocean. So, what is the sort of buyer? Who is the sort of buyer who will buy something like the e-tron?
So I'll come to this, but also speak about what you're saying. So some of the things which you said are absolutely right. I think electrification is going to be a journey. It's not going to be a destination overnight. It's not going to be an overnight success. So all of us, I think, in this space have to be patient. And I was speaking to also some people before. I know straight away we we start getting questions about what kind of volumes are you looking at. We've not even launched this. This is for us. It's not just a car. It's we're launching a brand in India, and 3 products we launch tomorrow. They will be followed by a few more products this year itself, and followed by more products in the times to come. We are looking at electrification as a complete portfolio for India in the near future. So you're right. The adaptation will happen from the bottom upwards. Uh, you're saying two-wheelers, yes. Even three-wheelers, I would say yes. Also, governments buying buses will also be that adaptation will also happen. Uh, Volume cars electrification will also happen because this is where the customer feels primarily about the cost of ownership. But when it comes to luxury, the requirements for the customers are different. It is not mostly about the cost of ownership. It is about owning something which is latest in technology, which is the first adopters you have in this segment. At the same time, this is not going to be the first cars for the people and not the last cars. This will be one more car in the family. And ease of ownership is one of the experience that people look at in the luxury space. I mean, their motive of buying is not just cost of ownership, but also to be one of the first one to be owning something which is unique, which is different, which is latest in the world, is also something that draws our customers. So now coming back to primarily who we are looking for as a potential buyer, and who are the people who have approached us in, let's say, last couple of months from the time we've started talking about, are professionals as well as business owners who own at least one, if not more than one, cars already at their places, at their houses, and they already own luxury cars. And these are the kind of people that we are looking at. Also, we are not just getting inquiries from, let's say, from on one sex, but also on both sex. I mean, both sides, we have inquiries, we have potential buyers who want to drive these cars and then eventually take decisions of buying these cars. But we have to be for sure patient. I fully align with you. This is going to be time consuming process where there is a lot of perceptional issues at this point in time for the customers, and we need to overcome those perception to eventually make it comfortable for people to own these cars. And this is going to be the journey, and we are willing to be patient, and we are willing to be supporting our potential buyers with whatever their issues might be, whether they're actual issues or perception issues.
But would you agree with my contention that buyers of the e-tron are also buying the vehicle to make a statement that they are environmentally conscious, and you're correct. These are not people who will who it may not it possibly is not their first Audi, let alone luxury car. So are they also making a statement with this? They're saying, look at me, I'm environmentally conscious, because they are not buying this because of the cost saving they will have on.
So I would say, apart from making a statement, you might have driven or you have driven this car. It's also fun to drive the car.
Yes,
it is definitely a statement for sure. I mean, if you're an early adopter, you're making a statement for sure anyways. But at the same time, what you're also doing is you're also getting a car that is really fun to drive, and it also brings in the latest that we have in our gamut of technologies across the world. And you're driving something which the whole world is adopting to. So you're also aligning yourself with what is happening across the world. And that is what our strength is. Audi has been successful in selling electric cars throughout the world, and we are one of the leading manufacturer and selling also in terms of numbers. We are also doing very, very well. In many countries, we are market leaders amongst the all, I would say, German brands. We are also leading in Europe. So there are also these things which also make a difference when you decide of buying. But whenever you give me some time, I would want to touch base on one or two topics which are which are important to mention, because in the early stage of electric cars, the adaptation will not just depend upon what cars are you bringing, but what are you providing along with the cars in terms of giving me peace of mind. So some things you already mentioned, but let me quickly go through them. The first and the foremost is we are launching 3 models. That's the first starting point as a part of also our strategy 2025. We also want to give this as a choice to customers so that we are not limiting the customers with only one model. We have choices whether you want smaller battery or bigger battery, or you have different body shape. So this is the first choice that we provide. The second topic is the fear of unknown for the customers. The fear of unknown, how much will it cost for me to, let's say, service this car? So what will be the warranty? So those things are taken care of, up to 5 years of service packages, comprehensive service packages, warranty, buyback up to 3 years. So these are those factors which are giving you comfort. A best-in-class buyback program, by the way, you can sell up to 3 years at 50% of the cost of the car. So complimentary 5 years roadside assistance. And when talking of roadside assistance, we are also trying to do a bit when it comes to environment. Let's say you get stuck somewhere and you need some charging. The charger, we are working on 6 cities at this point in time. The car that will, or the truck that will come for giving you charge, will be also a battery supported one, not otherwise. So these are some of the small things, but they do make a difference when it comes to your thought process of buying. So this is a fear of unknown. We try to address the fear of unknown. Then it comes to anxiety about mileage. Though 480 plus mileage in one of the models is really good mileage. You don't need to even charge the car on a daily basis. We are actually going to give 2 chargers, not just one, with each car. So one obviously you can choose to install at home, a fixed one, but the other one remains in the car. So the ones that remains in the car also has 2 options. One, of course, this 5-pin plug, which you could use at public charging points. But let's say you drive to your hometown in Himachal somewhere and there is no public charging close by, you can also have a 3-pin charger. Of course, it will take more time to charge that car, but at least if you have to reach from A to B, you can charge somewhere. So these are the kind of things which we have thought of from an end user, from a customer's point of view. So this is what we are providing. What we intend to do also is we also will put chargers in many locations. We are planning to have 100 plus chargers in 75 cities across the country. We have already installed 30 out of this. We are using our group synergy, looking at, let's say, the top 25 highways or the golden quadrilateral, wherever there are strategic locations for our group brands as well. We are going to use them also to install chargers. We've already installed 30 plus as well. But these are the AC chargers that we've installed. At our own Audi dealership, we will also install DC chargers, which is 50 kilowatts. You can charge up to 80% less than 2 hours. So these are some of the things which we are doing from an anxiety point of view, so that you feel comfortable when you own the car. And last but not the least is on the digital side. Yes, you can calculate how much of savings that you have on the app, My Audi app you download. You can also see if you have to go somewhere, the range calculations that you can do. You can also get roadside assistance from My Audi app itself. You don't need to call anybody. You will press some buttons and your car is already known to us through My Audi app. Your chassis number is there. We can see your location where you are. You just tell us that you need some support, and the support will be available. There'll be a dedicated line which we will make available for only e-tron customers, because we want to give full comfort to all these customers. So all these things are made available. Last but not the least, all the charges that we will put in from our side, we will also make them available to everybody. It is not limited to Audi customers. For Audi customer in 2021, the charging at our places will be free of cost, but for anybody to come and charge, we will be very open. And also my Audi app, even any customer who is not owning an e-tron, but he owns an electric car, can also download my Audi app, and he can use that charge near me facility to find the charges across. So we basically want to contribute towards making electrification successful in the country.